That was pretty funny. I was sitting on a yoga ball. That's funny. We're probably gonna cut that out. Let's get into it. So 2 years ago, I started a Minecraft world. I didn't want this to be like any regular Minecraft world. I wanted it to be different. Um, and my goal was that no matter how many times I hopped off, like you guys know the 2 week Minecraft phase, you hop off for a year, you hop on, you grind for 2 weeks. It's the best game ever. You hop off, you don't play again. So my plan with with this world was no matter what, even if even if I played for 2 weeks like I usually did and I hopped off, and a year later I would get back on and I would play on this world. That was my number one rule. Um, and so throughout that time, 2 years go by. Um, the grind is so real. I took breaks here and there, of course. And then like 5 months ago, I started posting videos about the Minecraft world, and since then, I've been grinding my booty off. So this is the product of that grind. This is what happens when you commit to a world, a survival world, especially. So hopefully, it inspires you guys to commit to a world, or maybe it just brings you a little bit of inspiration for your guys' Minecraft worlds. Uh, maybe it sparks an idea, whatnot. Uh, that's my only goal. I just want to inspire you guys, so I hope this does the trick. Enjoy the video. This is where you spawn in at. This is like our town hall slash spawn area, village, central trading hub, etc. Um, this was built. This is one of the first builds I ever did on this world. I'm super proud of it. Um, Kind of sparked my interest into Minecraft when I decided that I wasn't going to give up on this world. I was like, let me commit, and by committing, I was able to do um, this whole building, which I'm super proud of. I love this view right here. You can look over the whole village. It's still in progress. The idea with this area was like a trading hub. Everyone who has played on the realm with me, uh, most of them don't play nearly as often as I do, but when they do, they hop on and they can build little shops for us to trade. So these were built by my friends. I built all these pathways around for everyone to fill in and kind of navigate around this super cool valley, the pillager tower, the water. Added these like circular lakes, which I think look really cool when they mix in. I'll be back to this area to definitely touch it up. It's definitely old. It's been here since, I don't know, the first 500 days of the world. And as you can see, it'll make more sense later, but my building style really developed in this area. I decided, you know, I like the arches, everything's kind of connected. It's super eclectic style. And this is where it started to develop. And it really has sprouted. So you guys got to wait and see how that has come to fruition. This is the entrance. I'm pretty sure when you spawn in the world, you spawn like right here, roughly. There's a little welcome sign. So you come in here. This is the palette that I laid out for my friends to build with when they built in town, so that there's kind of a theme. It wasn't super chaotic. Um, this is like some chests for people to get started on, some beds for when people are here. Um, and this was kind of like my central hub while I was building in this area in the past. So this is like the town hall that I built. I'm super proud of it. It's super original. Definitely needs some touching up. Um, and then this is the world map to kind of give people an idea of where they're at. So you spawn. This is where we're at right here. Um, and my base is over here. We've got some friends' houses that have been spread out about the world. We'll point them out. There's one here, 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 and I believe there's one over here. And then there's some other ones down at the bottom left here as well. Um, so this is like the spawn area. Definitely needs some touching up, but I still think it was unique enough to share in the world tour. My first ever custom tree is right there. As you'll see later, I really started getting into the custom trees. They're a lot of fun. So yeah, this is like the town hall. I was really proud of it. I think it's really interesting looking, super unique. I put a lot of time into it when I first started on this world. So without further ado, let's head over to my main base, um, where things have really taken off and where I've spent most of my time. Um, but yeah, that's the spawn area. Super proud of it. I think it's really interesting. And if you fly over this way, first thing you see is this custom tree I built a while ago. And you kind of, I can't even describe everything that's loading in right now, but you can see it all. Pretty eclectic. Let's start with my nether portal. Looks a lot better at night. I'll be sure to throw some of those nighttime shots in. Um, it's super unique. I wanted it to look like a massive portal to a different world. I used like the stained glass technique. Um, I used the stained glass layering to like really create this gradient that goes into the nether portal, so it really feels like a crazy massive portal that takes you to a whole different dimension. I think it totally worked. The end rods I think are really cool. It kind of creates a galaxy look. Lights it up, makes it feel like you're kind of being sucked into the nether portal. And when you come out of the nether portal, this is the view you get. Um, it's definitely improved a lot recently. Uh, but let's get into the base now, get into the meat of this tour. If you come this way, there's this bridge right here. It doubles as a dam. So there's this little lake right here. It's a dam bridge. You see there's like water on the other side, and it kind of blocks it off. You can see it's flooding into here, flooding down the sides to these waterlogged stairs. So it kind of looks like it's filling the lake or controlling the level of the lake. This lake I put in all by myself. It was not here. I put this whole thing in. It was a lot of work. Um, but eventually, I'm hoping to build a bridge across to an island in the middle with a massive custom tree on it because I want to fill this whole valley with my builds. It'll definitely serve as a centerpiece once I get around to it, but I want to make sure I'm ready. Over here, I was tired of people building wheat farms. I think they're cool, but I was like, what's way cooler than a wheat farm? Sniffer flowers. And it took me forever to get these flowers, but it ended up super cool. It's super colorful. Um, I'm going to do a lot more of these around the world, I think, because they're just so colorful. But anyway, if you come this way, we got like the bookshelf flooring. The top of these the chiseled bookshelves. I think that's what they're called. They're really interesting, mixed in with these logs. And then this is what a lot of people tell me is their favorite part of my base. It's super colorful, super alive. I'm super proud of it. We've got this really cool floor design. You see the path from here to these stepping stones mixes together, while also keeping the floor style or the theme of these floors going. So they mix evenly when you're running across. Um, this was the first tree I built near my base. I was super proud of it. The curve was really fun to get. I decided to put some water down behind it. Um, I'm super proud of this. I'll show you guys what it looks like from above in a second. Same for this tree. This is like my favorite view in the whole world. I think it's super interesting to look at. The pink and the white and the dark pale oak just looks so cool. And then the gradient behind the wall I think is super fun because it kind of makes a tree feel like it's popping out at you. One problem I had was that the tree was really close to these walls and I couldn't really move the walls because of stuff behind them. So I decided to make this gradient from white to black. It's not perfect, but it does the job. Uh, it kind of accentuates the tree, makes it stand out a little bit. So you're kind of drawn to it and you're like looking up and it's super cool. This is one of my favorite views in the whole world right here. This nether portal window view is awesome because these logs contrast to purple so nice that it's like, it just frames it so perfectly. Um, those stairs lead into my base. That room's a little unfinished. This is a good way to access my cows. Um, Good view of the tree through there as well. But if you come this way, Man, I love the Nether portal. It's just it's kind of it's kind of the centerpiece of the world at the moment. It just glows, it stands out, it's super cool. Right here we've got these floating lanterns, colorful lanterns. I think are super sweet. They look so good at night. And they're above this bridge that will eventually lead to another bigger bridge that I haven't finished over there. Good view of the custom bonsai, colorful bonsai. And yeah, if you come up this way, here's the cows. This is where the cows hang out. They're spoiled. They're so spoiled. They just get this beautiful little area to hang out in. Ignore that llama. He's a trespasser. But yeah, and then we got this custom tree. One of the first custom trees I did. It definitely needs some work. I built it for my first Twitch mod. I thought he deserved kind of a I thought he deserved a tree in the world because he was there from the beginning, and he picked to put this sign on it. It says where it all began, a symbol of growth, and I think that's kind of symbolic to this YouTube video because this is my first YouTube video of many. If you come through this way. This is one of my newer rooms that I'm super proud of. We've got this crazy floor. You guys might have seen this on TikTok. The lectern swirls. I think it looks super cool. The way the colors mix together and the way the moss is used. Um, and then this view has got to be one of my favorites in the world. It's this roofing with the upside down stairs lets a little light in. Uh, just the shape of this door. And then it frames the tree so perfectly. The tree's just, it's like a picture. I love it so much. Um, we got the banners and stuff. Um, and yeah, that's pretty cool. And then this is also framed perfectly. You can see the gradient of the stairs on the walls, um, how it's all perfectly symmetrical and fades perfectly so that it kind of draws you into these flowers. And the flowers are also perfectly framed. We've got the sniffer flower with the two purple ones. So when you're running in here, you can kind of notice the symmetry and the thought put into just this little area right here, as well as the trapdoors on the roof to let some light in. Um, but we're gonna go up this staircase, super colorful staircase, which brings you to the top of the base, um, kind of the outdoor area, and this has got it. This is another one of my favorite views in the world. Um, these are the trees that you saw earlier, and they're just covering this walkway, so it feels super enclosed. Uh, it feels almost homey, you know? It's like I don't know, it's like living under the trees. It's super nice. And then this is I guess this is the main entrance to my base. When I first built this base a long time ago, this was all I had. It was just this little hobbit hole in the side of the hill. This whole base, none of these trees were here, the nether portal wasn't there. None of this was here. It was just a hill with a little hobbit hole. And that's how this all started. Um, it all started with this little hobbit hole, and it hasn't changed besides the doors. The doorway was a little more colorful. It used to just be, just used to be oak wood and cobblestone, and now it's blossomed into whatever you want to call this world. So if you go in the front door, this is my main base. Like I said, this is where it all started. It was just this little room right here. Everything you're seeing, yeah, obviously it wasn't as colorful or detailed. It was just oak wood, and I was able to fit everything I had in 4 chests right here. That's all I needed was the 4 chests. My beds are over here. Um, here's a map of my base. I think it looks super cool. It's almost like a painting on its own. Like the natural generation makes it almost look like an eyeball, and then just the maximal amount of color right here is so funny to me. Like there's just so much going on. Every pixel is a different color. Uh, and I think you might be starting to get a sense of why it looks like that. Everything's connected. It's all super colorful as possible. So before we go anywhere else, let me take you out here because this is like one of my favorite views in the world. I'm gonna say that a lot this video, but I have a lot. There's so much to take in this view right here. The Nether portal, the trees, kind of giving you that encroaching, covered feeling. So yeah, and let's go back in here. I've put so much time into this. It's changed so much. It has changed so much. Maybe I'll throw in an old video or picture of my base here so that you guys can see what it used to look like and how much it has changed. Um, we got like the flower shelves up above that I think are really interesting. Um, and if you come this way, it's got all my tools right here. This bunny has been here forever. Like you can see, I left the cobblestone there. That was the old floor that I had. And I haven't been able to change it because I want this bunny to be stuck here forever. He's my homie. He's been stuck there for so long. He has to stay. And then this is like where I, do my work or whatnot. Um, this is a book with my OG realm philosophy. Only survival mode, don't rush anything, because Minecraft works the creativity muscles. Minecraft is art, don't rush art, enjoy art, and then also build with the homies. Those were what really carried this realm in the beginning. And then this is my cat Pith Pith, and I think I named it Pith Pith because it's like Mike Tyson trying to go, pss, pss, pss. When you're trying to get a cat to come towards you, like, pss, pss, pss. It's like Mike Tyson because he would go if he got a list, you know. Anyway, I think it's kind of I don't know. I think it's a funny name. We got some of my music discs hanging on the wall right here. If you come this way, got the corner fireplace. I'm a big fan of corner fireplaces. This is one of my favorite views in the world as well. I could say that for every single view, but whatever. There's a little cat in the window right there. He's hanging out to keep creepers away. Uh, but super homey, colorful, lots of plants. Um, if you come this way, this is what I'm working on now. I've got big plans for this area. And if you see over there, that's one of my newest builds. It's a medieval. Let's go that way actually, so I can show you guys a little closer. If you come out these doors, we got this nice walkway that goes down to that tunnel I was telling you guys about. We've got this nice vegetation, kind of frames the house. I love this little flower bed area. Super colorful. If you come this way, across this bridge that I'm still working on, this is one of my newest builds. It's just my iron farm is under there, so I wanted to cover it with something interesting. And I don't ever build in a medieval theme anymore, but I wanted to prove to my Twitch chat that I could build in a medieval theme. And so I built this base with these custom trees and the rocks. There's a little custom dam down there. Um, I was super proud of this build because it's totally different than my usual style. Still colorful, but definitely not my usual style. So I wanted to build something to kind of branch out a little bit. There's a tree over there again. Let's go back this way. Um, let's go down here. So if you come down here, this is where this tunnel leads to with the tree. I love walking through here. Look at that. It just reveals this beautiful tree, and the floor design is super interesting. Um, yeah, so if you come this way, this is like the basement of my base, I guess. This leads out to the room we saw earlier with the two trees. If you come this way, there's another small map of my world. This is an old picture. So as you can see, like the tree wasn't there. Nothing was built right here. It was all underground still. Yeah, it's changed a lot since I did that. It's missing most of our trees. You guys will see how it's changed. Um, and if we come over here, it's like a little hopping. I like these drip leaves. I think they're fun to parkour across. Uh, this area is still a little bit under construction. This is my most recent build. Is this massive, colorful custom tree. I think it's so cool. It's so colorful, and it still looks like a tree. Like I feel like it still looks like a tree. Am I wrong? I think it looks like a tree. The happy gas was super handy for building this. Uh, I'm super proud of it. I might add a little more detail, change a few things, but this tree's pretty much done. And it's a total centerpiece, and it's going to continue to be a centerpiece as I finish building out this whole area. Um, this is going to be a big windmill that I haven't finished yet as well. Let me show you guys a better view of the tree. I think it looks good from over here. We got the tree right here, you know. Um, here's a closer view of this medieval build I did. There's a village me and my friends started working on a while back that we need to get back into. This is where my horses hang out. There's a little horse stable. This area is still in the works, so I need some pathways and stuff, but I'm waiting until I finish this area to finish this pathway. But yeah, my horses hang out here. There's a really cool gradient on the back wall with the birch. It goes from the pale oak to the birch. I think it's pretty cool how it spreads across. I love this gradient right here. It's super chaotic, but it still looks good in my opinion. Um, so that's where the horses hang out. And if we go this way, we go back up this pathway is uncompleted. Um, but we're gonna go back in this front door. I know we're kind of looping around, but you guys will get a good idea of what the base is like. There's that view right there. And if you come this way, this is all a little bit new. We got some vegetation, this super crazy viney tree. I love these flowers right here. If you come this way, this room's unfinished still, as you can see. But there's a massive fish tank right there. I didn't even point it out. Um, if you come under here, you can look up at the fish in the fish tank, which I think is kind of cool. And this was all underground originally, so it's definitely changed a lot. If you come this way, again, this is my bed stairs. I'm so proud of the bed stairs. I've never seen anyone use bed stairs, but I decided they're like slabs, bro. I'm gonna use them as stairs, and they're super colorful. They've got a lot of detail. They totally work as stairs, in my opinion, and plenty of space for the homies to crash if need be. Um, this is my sniffer chandelier. Uh, definitely one of the more interesting things I've built. But I think the use of the banners is really cool for chandeliers. I had some like detail. I thought it would be so funny if I hung a sniffer. Didn't really come out exactly how I wanted, but it's definitely interesting, and I think it's really funny that there's a massive sniffer hanging in the air. And it kind of lights up this whole room. If you come down the stairs, these are one of my more popular floor designs on TikTok. You might recognize it. The way they overlap and crisscross, it makes it look almost 3D. Um, as you can see, like these go over and under. Same for over here, and then in this direction, it kind of meshes in with the other floor designs I have. So there's got one floor design over here, and then one over here, and they all mix perfectly evenly. Um, this might not make any sense, but they do mix perfectly evenly. If you can see, they merge into each other perfectly. Um, and this was fun because it's three different floor designs all mixed in together and kind of fading into each other, which I think looks super cool. Like it looks a little chaotic at first, but when you really look at it, you notice that they are merging perfectly. Um, there's another view of the medieval base. I'm so glad I put that over there. Kind of, it's another centerpiece similar to the Nether portal. There's a massive fish tank up there. That was built before I put this whole place. This was all under, that was above ground, and now I've dug out this whole area and it's all underground. But I still think it's really interesting to look at. There's leaves growing on it. This is a windmill I've been working on. It's still in progress. As you can tell, these pathways are eventually going to lead into the windmill. Um, we got these cool stairs right here. Let's go out this way. If you come out this way up these bed stairs, we come into my newest room, and this is going to be a greenhouse. So I love this roof design, the curves, the glass. If you notice, like the yellow is the opposite of purple on the color wheel. So a little color theory-ish there. They contrast perfectly. Same for the orange and the blue, red and green, purple and purple and yellow right here. You like look up and I think it just looks really interesting. This is in progress still, but we've got this floor design kind of similar to the one down there. It all crisscrosses. We use the barrels. The tuff is fun to use for floors. Eventually, this is going to be a whole greenhouse. It's going to be filled with plants. There's going to be a tree right here in the middle. So this is what I'm working on recently. Hopefully, I'll get it done pretty soon. We got the water is going to be coming through here. Just tons of plants around here. This is the sniffer viewing ledge. So you can really take in the sniffer chandelier, because honestly, it might be one of my favorite things I've ever built. I think it's super interesting. Same for the roof design that I kind of forgot to mention. The gradient from white to the darks, and it's like circles, and then it matches the curvature of the fish tank up there. And let's go this way. Let me show you. This is also new, still in progress, but this is a little glacier with the waterfall coming down. And in real life, the glaciers have like freakishly blue water from the ice. So I put some cyan wool behind, so the water really stands out. You can see like the ice kind of coming down through here. And if there's water underneath the ice, it would drain out right here. Little cove right there. Use the glass as icicles. This building is still in progress. I'm planning a walkway that goes up to that building. I think I might park my happy gas there, but I'm not sure yet. If you come this way, we've got this really interesting staircase. Not really sure what I was doing here, but I really like it. You know, when you're running up, it's super colorful. Those colors contrast perfectly. The tuff is interesting. You kind of get a view of the rest of the base right here, which I think is fun. Lots to see through this window. The sniffer chandelier is crazy. And then if you keep coming up this way, we've got more unfinished stuff. And then we also have the cauldron walkway. I decided to make it bigger and add more, but originally it was just these 3 rows. So you can see there's a gradient from lighter reds and blues to the darkest reds and blues. I think it's cool how on Bedrock you can change the colors of the cauldron water. So I think that's really fun. And people always ask me like, "Oh, you're gonna fall into the cauldrons," but like you guys see me walking around, like you're not gonna fall in unless you like you have to try to fall in. Like, yeah, there we go. Like you have to try to fall in. If you're moving even this fast, you're not gonna fall into the cauldrons. Which gives you infinite color designs for the cauldrons. And even if you do fall in, like it's the same as jumping up a block, you know, like if you're navigating the regular Minecraft world, it's really not a big deal. I think it's worth the color. And it looks really interesting with the chiseled tuff. And just to give you guys some context, this is down here. There's another portal. This is the original greenhouse. It looks so good now that I've started to work on it. But originally this greenhouse just went through here and ended up over there. But now I've blown out the whole back wall. So when you come through here, it's going to look super colorful. Oh, this is going to be so cool. This is kind of new to me. I'm so proud of that archway right there. There's going to be a tree right there. You see the custom trees in the background that I'll show you guys in a second. And the custom clouds. Actually, let's go up there and look at them right now. You run back up these stairs. There's going to be a little balcony right here so you can take in the view of the custom tree I'm getting ready to build. And then these are custom trees built by, well, not built by, but these are custom trees that I've built for all my supporters. They pick the colors, they put their name on a sign. This is the first one I ever built. So shout out to this person, Tokens 10, and each person gets to put a quote on the sign. And this person chose great big things do small things great. And I think the forest is so cool. Everyone gets to pick their colors and the type of tree, and they get to put their name and a quote on the tree. And I think this is a really good way to kind of do the individuality of each person in my audience justice, because you know a lot of times I think YouTubers and streamers and whatnot, like it tends to be just numbers, but I don't ever want to like not do the individuality of each of you justice. I'm a super complicated person. I'm sure each of you are complicated people, and the best possible way that I could think of to um, give that individuality a place in my world is through the custom trees. So if you want a custom tree, it's a good way to support me. I have a lot of fun building them. You get to pick the colors, like I said. Um, and if you want one of these custom trees, I'm hoping to build a full forest of them. So the link is in my description if you want to support me and get a tree. You get to pick the color, put your name on it, and a meaningful quote. So if people download the world, or even if I'm walking around, you get to see your tree in the background of the videos, the stream, and maybe we'll go up and look at one of the quotes on a sign. It could be anything. Some of them are movie quotes. Some people don't want a quote. One of my favorites, I think, is this one over here. You can't find diamonds until you get near lava, uh, which I think is super cool. Um, yeah, I'm super proud of the forest, and I hope to build a lot more trees, and it's a great way to support me. So if you want your trees in my world, get them now, because hopefully if I keep posting, we're gonna have a lot more trees, and they're gonna get way more expensive because they take like they take like an hour each. Uh, so if you want a tree, get your trees now. You'll get to see it in all my videos. You get a shout out whenever I go visit your tree, stuff like that. Um, and then we also got the custom clouds up there. I think they're super cool. I tried to do 3D and I decided 2D was going to be way cooler. I think the clouds are super interesting. They kind of frame the whole world. I tried 3D, decided that 2D was going to be a much better move, and I think they look super interesting because you only ever see them from this perspective. And even if you don't, they're still really peculiar when you look at them from other angles. And they just overshadow my whole base really well. Um, I'm definitely going to build a lot more of them all around, especially above the custom tree forest. So make sure you guys get a tree so that we can continue growing the forest, and gives me a reason to build more clouds above the trees as well. This is my chest area. I really like this building. I think I'm laying out some gradients right now, so you can't really see, but this building is I think it's really cool the way there's these pillars and the double layers and the leaves and the trapdoors. I wanted more of an open design so I could come in and out freely without having to like go through a door. So I can just fly in here. You know, all my chests are labeled, pretty much organized. So I can fly in here and grab whatever I need. Keep my shulker boxes right there. Um, all my flowers, terracotta, concrete, tools, food. And that's where this is my there's my beds down there, so you can come up this ladder and be straight in here. I like these hanging right here. Super convenient. They're not on the floor in the way. You can just look up, craft, do whatever. It's super efficient. That was my goal with this chest room, was just efficiency. Here's another gradient that I'm laying out. So I do a lot of brainstorming in this area. This is the gradient for the um, for the windmill that's in progress. Let me get a good angle of that for you guys. Um, Look at that. Oh, I'm so happy to get that done. So there's a gradient for the tower, the colors I wanted to use, the custom flag I think looks super cool. The purple and the blue and the magenta all mixed together. Gives the flag some color. The curvy roofs with the lanterns and the clouds and the colorful rainbow forest in the background. I love it. I just love it so much. Um, so yeah, super proud of that. super proud of that. Ooh, bedrock movement. Um, I was super proud of that that windmill. And I know we're getting a little mixed around, but it's fine. We're just going for it. If you come this way, this is the sniffer area. It has turned into all my animals area. I don't know how I got two polar bears in here, but that happened over time. One of them was jumping me, so I decided to trap it in here as payback. Um, the llamas, no idea where they come from. They just appear at all times. There's a donkey and a pig that I was riding around for a video. Um, and then we've got these little archways. I built these a while back too, kind of when I built this tree. Um, I love this glass. These like mixing in the the panes and the solid blocks of the purple, light blue, and blue just makes it super colorful, and they're kind of my favorite colors. I think they complement each other. But I really like this walkway. So when you're walking this way, that you kind of see the Nether portal. Still working on this area. I'm not really sure what I want to do here. I was thinking a little mushroom garden would be cool because we got these crazy mushrooms from the Nether. So I think a mushroom garden would be cool right here. I was planning out something, but I don't know if I'm going to go through with it. Not sure, but this area is getting completed now. Um, Good view over the whole valley. I got a big project planned up there. If you can't tell, it's a massive project. It's going to take me forever, but I'll get around to it. You'll be able to see the custom tree in the middle of the lake that I was telling you guys about. This my base is slowly going to expand around the valley this way. Um, and I'm planning like a massive castle build or something along those lines on that side. So that's going to be really cool eventually. If you come this way, this has got to be one of my favorite views in the world right here. When you're walking this way, dude, the ambiance, like the plants and the nether portal, and now the new firefly bushes, and the archways just being so alive and all the color, and the floors. I just love mixing in the floors together. You guys will notice that everywhere. I love mixing in the floors. They just merge perfectly into each other. Um, I think it just adds a lot of character. So let's go this way. I missed a total huge part of the base. Let me show you guys these trees before we go down there. These are trees that I built for some moderators. So they bought their custom trees that I was telling you guys about. And I wanted them to be special because these two people have been some OG supporters of the stream and everything Renix Blue. These two trees belong to people that are really special. They know who they are. They're definitely watching this. I can't thank them enough. I can't anyone who's gotten a tree. I just can't thank you enough. Like you guys are making this possible. You're making me feel like I can do this. Um, you're inspiring me to work harder on the world. You know, it's a pretty special feeling to feel like your art has a place in the world, and anyone who has a tree or anyone who's watching this has made that possible. So that's my only goal with this YouTube channel. I just want to inspire people. I want to I want to share my art because Minecraft really is an art medium. Um, it really is a way to express yourself. Uh, I don't know if you guys can see the self-expression that I have found in this world. Um, the colors, the interconnectedness, the you know block choice, everything is totally intentional. Like a lot of people say it's block vomit, and yes, there's areas that need to be worked on, and things change constantly. But this world really is a reflection of me and my subconscious, and what I find beautiful in the world. And I've been playing Minecraft for 13 years since it came out on the Xbox 360, and I think it deserves more attention and justification as a way to express yourself artistically. So I hope I'm just trying to do that justice with my world. I hope you guys are sensing that a little bit. But anyway, Yap session's over with. So this is a little custom tree I built. That's getting light through these trapdoors, which was kind of the idea behind the trapdoor floor and ceiling up there, was so that this tree could get light because I thought it was so cute. Um, and if you come this way, I think this hallway is gonna get changed a lot. As you can see, there's like some construction going on above it. But the hanging lanterns, the swooping floor design. This floor design comes up from here and it swoops up this way and it comes down and around. Um, and so it's really interesting when you're running through this hallway because you're kind of following the swirl of the floor design. You can see I was doing some brainstorming because I think this hallway is going to change. I don't. It's cool, but I think I could do better. And like I said, things change constantly. So if there's something you don't like in my world, or you think it looks crazy, or that it's block vomit, or whatever you want to call it, chances are it's going to change. So uh, hold your horses. Don't judge too hastily, because I'm working hard. I love this room. This is going to be my potion room. It's still being worked on, as you can see. Obviously, some serious potion making going down in here. But I want all my potion materials, a nether wart farm, everything I need to make potions is going to be right here. The orange matches the orange windows, and if you follow the windows, it slowly mixes into red, and then the floor slowly mixes into red. And this room is pretty much done. This is where I'm going to do all my banner making. So you can see there's banners all over the place. Um, these are all old banners or extra or messed up banners that I didn't want to hang around my world, so they're getting hung up in here. And I think it adds some like ambiance. The little flower pots around, really great view of the valley, the waterfall over there. Um, this is where I keep all my wool and stuff for the banners. There's the loom for making stuff. I love this wall gradient as well. The floors were dark and the ceiling was light, so I decided to do light to dark to contrast the floor and the ceiling. Makes the room feel a little bit bigger. And I just like that gradient. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. This is this is this is one of the signs from one of my supporters, Lapato. Shout out Lapato. Wanted meow as their sign. They wanted a black, uh, blue, black, purple, and red tree. This person wanted a white and light blue tree, so that's what I built them. We got another cool floor design right here. Same thing as the inside. The orange matches the orange, and the red matches the red. Um, and you're running next to the sniffer flowers. I love this view right here. Running down this way, you got the nether portal. Lots of color. Plenty of places to run to. This goes back up here. Everything's connected. I love when things are connected. I don't want to have to fly or run really far to get around. I think I can fit everything I need in as jam-packed as I can. If you come down here, there's a little dock. Out of this dock with the bamboo. Um, and I like using these signs as railings. Really interesting. So like I said, I put this whole lake in myself, so you can see there's still grass underneath the water, but it's fine. Um, and you can hop in a boat right here, go fishing. Um, I like to come out here for this view specifically, just being able to see the whole world. You can kind of see the clouds in the background ever so slightly. The new Vibrant Visuals had a lot of fog, but it's fine. And you can kind of see the fluidity of the base. So um, those windows right there kind of come across and they meet up with these and then it loops up and it kind of draws your eyes to the nether portal. I think that's the world tour. Um, I don't know. If there's one thing I want out of this whole experience of sharing my YouTube videos or whatnot, my world with you guys, uh, is that the world needs more art. Um, it needs you to express yourself fully without judgment. And even if there is judgment, it's because whoever's judging you is jealous that you're expressing yourself. Dare to be colorful, um, dare to try new things, and um, I guess to end off my first ever YouTube video, uh, I just want to tell you guys to go tell someone that you love them. The world does not have enough love. It does. It has plenty, but why not put more out there if you can? So go tell someone you love them. Um, don't be scared. The more you tell people you love them and the more you spread kindness, the easier it gets. So go spread some kindness. Tell people you love them. Bust out some dance moves in your room when you're by yourself. Um, and I hope that this is Minecraft's most colorful world. It's definitely not. And I've got a long way to go. But um, colorful also stands for unique and interesting and eccentric. And that's kind of who I am. I hope that's who I'm trying to be. Um, and you can't have something until you're being the person that deserves to have that something, and then it will come to you. Uh, okay, my chat would be telling me yap, yap, yap. So I'm yapping right now. So let's just end the video. This has been an awesome experience. Like I said, tell someone you love them. I love you guys. Thanks for making it all the way through this video. If you want to support me, links in the description. Come check out the live streams. Come hang out in the Discord. Oh, speaking of Discord, I'm going to share some Discord builds now. If you want your Minecraft builds shared in the next YouTube video, be sure to join the Discord. The link to that is also in the description. Share your builds there, and I will try my best to put them at, at the end of the next video. And I will do that for every video coming up. So yeah, let's run the Discord builds now. Enjoy.